It's time to take command with former NFL tight end Logan Paulsen and former Commanders beat reporter Craig Hoffman.
Take 5 on a Monday. It's the 5-minute edition of Take Command. And Logan, with no game to talk about from the weekend, we can talk about the other NFL hot topics, specifically one, Kadarius Toney being way offsides and Patrick Mahomes being way upset about it. You played offense in the NFL and a position, by the way, where you had to be very careful about your alignment. Yeah. So what is your take? What is your view of this call last night, which erased, I think this is part of the reason everyone, including Mahomes, is so mad, one of the truly great plays in NFL history.
Yeah, it was an amazing play. Great job by Travis Kelce. You know, he's always trying to make that lateral happen. Like at every opportunity, I'm sure that drives Andy Reid crazy. But this is one of those things, man, I don't have a lot of sympathy for it. I'm like, your job as a receiver is to line up on sides. You're clearly offsides. Check with the official. Like, check with the official every single play. You do it all the time. And I remember, like, this is not like the Terry one where Terry checked with the official and then there was like a little bit of a miscommunication. It was kind of happening quickly and then he threw the flag. Like, that's understandable to me because you've checked, you're communicating. The quarterback
that's completely understandable by the official. How do you possibly tell a guy he's good and throw the flag?
Right. And so, and again, like I would have said, like, you know, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but, you know, Taylor, let him get set. Like, let that interaction with the official play out and then run the play. This one, he didn't check. He's offsides. That's like your job as like a professional player, is that level of detail, right?
We're not talking about a split where it's like, hey, man, you lined up on the near side of the hash and you're supposed to be on the far side, and so you were a little late getting to your route. Like, bro, look inside, see that you're past the nose of the football and back up. Or look the other way and tuck to the official and give him a thumbs up, and he's going to go, no, back up. And you take a step back, and you're fine.
So I will say there are times where it's hard to orient yourself. Like if you're in a 2-point stance and you just look at the ball. Like, let's say, I don't know why you would do this. Don't do this, kids at home. Never do this. But you just look at the ball, like your perception of where you are in relation to the line of scrimmage gets a little distorted. Because you think, oh, I'm on the line of scrimmage, but you haven't looked out where the first down marker is, so you have no point of reference. It's like when you're trying to draw a straight line, you don't have 2 points. So that can be a little, like I've seen that happen before. Like guys will look in and then they'll check out because they always check out and then they just back up. And it's like, oh, now I'm on sides. But Kadarius just looked in. There's your 1 point of reference. You need 2. Check it, dude. Like at least look out. And once you've looked out, you can check with the official. You can be like, bro, back up. But the fact that he didn't do that, I think, is kids, check both spots.
Always check with the official. God, it's so frustrating. I do think it's pretty funny also people pointing out that Jawan Taylor is also offsides on the play. The Chiefs right tackle who lines up like 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It feels like on every play. He's always offsides. I get the frustration from the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
Because if he hasn't been warned, and I don't, but at the same time, if it's that egregious, you have to call it. And the level of egregiousness that Carl Sheffers, the head referee, relayed to the pool report after was the line judge, the side judge, whichever guy that is, couldn't see the ball. And so the guy whose job it is to stare down the line of scrimmage and check everything going on the line of scrimmage from the side could not see the ball because Kadarius Toney was in the way. He was that far offsides. With that said, conceptually, it does. I can't be 100% okay with the call because like it has no bearing on the play. Him being 1 foot up or back has no bearing on the play.
It doesn't matter, but it does matter. Like that's the rule. Be onside.
It is the rule. They should have called it 100%. Yeah. But it's just like, oh,
I know.
You wipe off that play in that situation for something that doesn't have an effect on the play.
So I would push back on that and say he didn't wipe it off. Kadarius Toney wiped it off.
No, Kadarius Toney wiped it off.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like the official, like you let the official make that call. Like that's the way I look at it. You let him make that call. So whose fault is it? It's Kadarius Toney. Kadarius, like I don't care who that official is. He's going home, part-time official, whatever. You got to make the call. He's offsides. It's drastically offsides. Kadarius Toney, be onside. Like, and again, like you can say all you want. He didn't warn him. I mean, I can't even think. Like you don't even look at the official. He can't warn you. You're so far in a tight bunch. Like you got to check. You got to check. You got to be on sides. It's not the official's fault. Play the rule the way it's supposed to play. I don't even like even the thing with the tackle. What's his name? DeJuan Jones? No,
Juwan Taylor.
Juwan Taylor. Thank you. Juwan Taylor. That's like kind of one of those unwritten rules where there's a little bit of gray. They'll let you get away with stuff. They'll warn you then. Okay.
Right.
If you didn't warn him, I'd be like, come on, man. You got to give him a warning because that's like part of the deal. Kadarius is like in true violation of the rule. No warning required. It's black and white in my opinion.
No, I hear you. It sucks. I do think that
it was a cool play though.
Yeah, it was. It was an amazing play. I was thinking about like how cool to hear Travis talk about it on the podcast, and now it's much less cool. But two things. One, since they started their podcast, the Kelsey brothers had never lost on the same weekend until last weekend. They've now lost on the same weekend twice in a row. That's a wacky bit. And then the other thing, Mahomes saying after the game, I want the players on the field to decide it. They did. And I hate that. I hate that so much. Like I think about it with basketball. Like if you get a moving screen called you on you in a big spot, and it's like, let us decide the game. It's like, if I'm the defender, please let us decide the game. Stop moving. And if you don't make the call, a no call is also the refs making a decision. It's just a less active one. This one, I think the weirdness is like if it doesn't get called, are there Bills fans today being like, but Toney was offsides? Probably not. But by the same token, like it's Kadarius Toney's fault. And that is the fourth time this season. Fourth time. We're in week 14. Fourth time that a drop or penalty by a Chiefs receiver on a potential game-winning touchdown has wiped away a Chiefs win. By the way, they've lost 4 times, I think, or maybe 5 now on the season. That is take 5. We will see you for a full truth or I guess fact or fiction, we're calling it. True or false, fact or fiction edition of Take Command tomorrow. Thanks for watching this clip of Take Command. First, why don't you like it? It lets other people know that it was good, and then they should watch it too. And Logan, we have a new exclusive home for full episodes.
We do. 1067 The Fans YouTube page. Go check it out and please subscribe.
Yeah, do what Logan said.
Do it.
Very, very smart.